Squirkles is one of my favorite shading techniques. And that is when you have like a controlled scribble and you just keep layering it. And again, letting it get lighter, less pressure as you go to lighter areas. Now, squirkles can look really good or they can look really bad. For example, not a good look. It's not consistent. You want to be consistent with your mark. Whether it's you like little circles like this or something more, I don't know, I kind of do like little figure eights, I guess, little S's, figure eights. Whatever you do, you want to stick with it and keep it, see there, I went right into the figure eights. Stay consistent with your mark. Now the nice thing about squirkles is they're, I think, easy to blend as opposed to hatching or cross hatching. But once again, what you want to do is you want to think about where your light source is going to be. So say on here, there's my light source. I'm not going to make so many guidelines because I don't want to lose that squirkliness. So I'm going to start opposite of that for my dark area, and I'm going to kind of do like that crescent moon shape for my core shadow here. That's the darkest shadow in a sphere, or whatever you're shading, doesn't necessarily have to be a sphere. So then as I come to the edge, I'm going to lighten up, because remember we talked about that reflected light where we want it to be lighter around the edge. And then here I'm coming up here and I'm saying, Kennedy, lighten up on that shading, especially using a pen. You can always go darker. Especially when you're shading with a pen, the white of the paper, you have to become partners with it, I guess. Because it's your light. You can't erase. And white out never is a good look. I mean, sometimes, but a lot of times. So I just like to gradually build up the layers. And so it's like I'm making a value scale from dark to light, only it's going from here to here. In a more curved shape because I'm doing a round object. So in my drawing, I chose to do the cup here with squirkles. Now, those of you that know me well know that my favorite technique is using a shading stick. And very often what I like to do is whatever technique, whether it's hatching or cross hatching. And notice I'm using the side of the pencil. If I want it to look smooth, I use the side of the pencil. If I want it to have more of a texture, I'll use the point of the pencil. I like to come in and I like to smudge it out. But for this drawing, I want to stay true to the technique that I chose. So no shading stick. I'm not allowing myself to use a shading stick. Maybe in the background a little bit. But for the three objects, no shading stick. It has to be just the technique itself. So I did the bowl in cross hatching, the cup with squirkles, and the Yeti cup with hatching. So those are my three techniques, my three objects. And you're to do the same. So I look forward to seeing your drawings.